Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Scarlet Witch as part of the Build-A-Figure Allfather wave. First up, what I'd just like to say is that I'm really happy with what they did with the box. It's not that much different to previous Infinite Series boxes, but as you can see, the side, it kind of tapers up to the top, so the bottom is actually wider. Now, before, you'd have to lean these up against the back if we were going to review them because they would just fall over. Whereas now, as you can see, the figure is quite towards the front of the box. But just because there's more out here and it doesn't taper in like it does at the top there, it actually stands. So now in the store, these can now obviously be hung up and stood up, because before they just basically... you'd have a very hard time standing them on their own. So I really like that they just changed that little bit with the box. So this says Maidens of Might because there's Scarlet Witch right here, and then over here we have Captain Marvel. And you can see both of them on the back right here, and then we have a little bio right here. All this is just the same thing in different languages. And then down here you can see everyone in the rest of the wave, and then we have the Build-A-Figure over here. And first up here we have the Build-A-Figure parts for Odin the Allfather. So we have the cape, the staff, and the head. And to take a closer look at these, I'll be doing the review for this guy after I've done everything else in the wave, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also, in the next review for Sentry, going to actually be trying this cape out on him just to see what it looks like on Sentry and if it fits and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. And here is the Scarlet Witch out of packaging, and it is an incredibly nice figure. So first up, she comes with these accessories, which I'm not sure if they are new or if they have been used before, but they are incredibly nice, and they really do suit someone of these kind of powers, and maybe a Doctor Strange figure could come with them in the future and stuff. I can definitely see these being reused, especially as they have the different holes here. So at the moment on her wrist, I've got it in this hole. You can either take her hand out, which is very easy, to pull out, and then you can just slide it onto a wrist and put the hand back on, or you can just kind of snap it on there. They are a little bit bendy there, so you can kind of get them on, but it is hard plastic, so just make sure that you don't snap it. And then this bigger one obviously will fit on larger figures' wrists, or you can just kind of rest it on the hand however you want. But very, very nice accessories, and I really like the color. It's like a kind of translucent pink, and it's just kind of build up, so it's like almost translucent. So yeah, very, very nice. As for the head sculpt, it is incredibly nice. Obviously a new sculpt, and about 1,000,000 times better than the old Toy Biz one. I really like the way that the hair comes over the mask there. Yeah, really, really do like this head sculpt. The face doesn't look like any of the faces that we've had recently, which is nice, because a lot of faces, or at least general looks of figures, kind of keep on getting reused and whatnot, especially if it's the same sculptor. But this does look completely new, which is very, very nice. And as you can see, paintwork is done incredibly well on mine. Her eyes are done very well. You actually do get the green and the pupils, and they are pointing forwards. Really nice eyebrows there, and we actually get some red eyeshadow above the eyes there, which is really, really cool. Very light. You should be able to pick it up, and yeah, very, very clean. The hair sculpt is very, very nice. It's not a big hindrance to the articulation or anything, which is nice, and I really like the wash that's in there too. As for the cape, it is removable if you just pop the head off, and you can just pull the cape off, but it is a new sculpt. Very, very nice. We do actually get some shading here, so you get a bit of a kind of darker red around here, and it kind of flows throughout, so you do actually get some very nice shading throughout this here, and you can see her back through there too. As for the hands, I really do like the choice for these. We don't get any like fists or anything, which is very cool, and I like the fact that we do actually get two of these instead of just like an open gripping hand or something. So yeah, it looks like they've actually made some very good decisions for this. I do have a bit of flash down the seam work on the side here, which isn't that noticeable, but on the front of the legs, as you can see, that does actually stick out a fair way, so I will have to trim that off. And if you don't know what to use for that, just use an X-Acto knife, a craft knife or anything like that. It's just got to be very sharp, and just be very careful not to take off more than what you need to, because it is, at the end of the day, in terms of plastic, it's quite soft and easy to cut away, so just be careful. You don't want to take off more of your figure than you need to if you have that kind of a problem. The neon mine is also a little bit loose. This first notch in the ratchet is kind of okay-ish, a bit loose, but then once it gets past this, it's very loose there on the lower part. So she can be a little bit hard to stand because she is wearing heels, and it is very nice that we do get the heels on this figure. However, the cape is long enough that whatever you do to get it to stand, as you can see, you know, she's kind of sitting back here, but she rests on the cape, so even if she does fall, she's going to just do that. And I wouldn't say she's back heavy because of the cape, but because of the heels, she naturally will just want to fall to the back. But the cape will rest her up, and on display, she still looks great. So because of those heels, she actually stands 6 3/4 inches tall, so she is actually going to be taller than all of your other female figures, and probably taller than most male figures too. And as you can see, they did not use the same torso, which I really do like. They didn't just paint on that part of her suit, they did actually sculpt it in, which is very nice to see. So as for articulation, the cape doesn't really hinder movement too much because it does move a little bit on the shoulders there, as you can see. So the head moves left and right just fine. Up and down isn't great, but I mean, you know, with hair sculpt like that, you're not going to get amazing up and down movement anyway. At the shoulders, the arms move out this much and they rotate all the way around. We get a bend at the elbow here, 90 degrees, and they also swivel at the elbow. And then the wrists can swivel all the way around and they can move in and out. At the diaphragm joint here, she can rock side to side, so you can get nice feminine poses from her, and also moves left and right, and crunches backwards and forwards, so very nice. At the legs, the hips move out this much, they go forward and back a little bit. We have rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees, which like I said on mine, this one is loose, but she does have peg holes in the feet and that cape for stability. The feet go up and down, and they also have ankle pivot. So I definitely recommend this figure. It's basically the only Scarlet Witch that you should be considering. The older Toy Biz one is inferior now to this in pretty much every single way. She comes with really nice accessories, and she's got great articulation, great sculpt, and great paint. The pink paint on her legs, there's no red showing through there too much or anything, and everything on the face is very clean, so I really do like this figure, and definitely like that head sculpt a lot. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to see pictures of anything from my collection or any updates, then go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 for both, and links will be in the description. And to see the rest of the waves, stay tuned to the channel and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.